Yo, what's going on with all you beautiful and amazing people? It's your boy Dot. If you're new, you might want to subscribe. I think y'all should drop a like for your boy too. I think I deserve it. At the end of this video, if you're not subscribed, you're gonna want to subscribe, and that's a fact. I think that we go together. I mean, if we don't, that's cool. I may not be your vibe, but you came here for a reason, and I really got that sauce for you, which is why I think I deserve the like also. But if you don't think I deserve a like, you just watch the video because you gonna say I deserve. So just drop it now. Don't be one of those people who don't be trusting me. You know what I'm saying? Cause if you just like that bitch real quick, you gonna be like, damn, like I feel better now that I did this shit, and then he did the sauce later, but I already knew he was gonna give the sauce anyway. You know what I'm saying? So look, let's talk about what the fuck 3D, 4D, 5D, what the fuck that means, what it means that humans are shifting from 3D to 5D. How's the earth shifting from 3D to 5D? What does that even mean? Because, you know, like people have it, like people understand it on some level, but I've noticed that like people don't like fully get it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just now starting to fully get it. And the reason why is because terminology is so mixed up nowadays, bro. Like, when people say, "Oh, we're going from 3D to 5D," they be like, "Oh, you're going from the third dimension to the fifth dimension." No, no, density. But densities are not dimensions. You see, look, there are 9 dimensions and there are 12 densities, aka 12 realms. I'm going to talk about why densities are called realms. But understand that we live inside of a construct. That construct is composed of 12 realms, and those realms are made of dimensions. Dimensions are a measurable extent of some kind, you know? Like length, width, and height, you can measure that. That's why, length, width, and height are the 3 dimensions, right? Then fourth is time. You can measure time. You know what I'm saying? And then so on and so forth. I'm making a whole PowerPoint about this shit. It's gonna be a big one about the 9 dimensions and the 12 realms. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there's 9 dimensions, 12 realms. You know what I'm saying? And I heavily subscribe to this idea because number one, right? Because I go by the law of three. I made a video about that shit, right? Number one. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all why this is like facts and how I found this shit is truly facts. I'm gonna talk about what the fuck this shit actually is. So this video is a little bit long. My apologies, but y'all need to know that I'm not playing no games. I'm not just coming out here with some new shit, trying to be on some new shit, just saying something like, nah. Here's some real shit. This is some real shit, and I don't give a fuck that I'm cursing. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I used to be all kinds of shit in the past, all different kinds of aliens, and there's some are very aggressive, and I don't. Hey, listen. I'ma still give y'all facts, and I ain't trying to harm nobody, and I'm here for you, and I'm always gonna help, and I'm always gonna love you. Now, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to give y'all the real truth, because people be thinking I'm playing, so I'm not playing no games. So here's how I even found this shit out, because I had aliens telling me this shit. Y'all know I could do that shit. I be having ports. They told me, come on now. I have aliens telling me this shit, right? They're saying heavily 9 dimensions. I've been getting the whole 9 dimension download even before I knew I was channeling shit. I just found out when I found out I was channeling shit, they were expressing like nigga, like now that you understand what's going on, my nigga, 9 dimension. I'm like, okay, cool. But then I always keep on seeing like 12D, and I'm like what the fuck? But then I found out that D means density, but I'm like, are densities and dimensions the same thing? I was really confused. But while reading the Emerald tablets one night, right? Inside there it said that there's 9 dimensions. I'm like, cool. That's number two. Because first my guys kept saying 9 dimensions. And I started mapping them bitches out. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? They was helping me do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it was confusing. I'm like, damn, I got these 9 dimensions. Where's this 12D shit coming from? Because I could kind of say I could like split these dimensions, but not really. It was really weird. So but then it started making sense after the Emerald Tales. They said there's 9 dimensions. I'm like, okay, cool. 9 dimensions, nigga. That shit is set in stone. I don't know what the fuck this 12D shit is yet, but I'm gonna find the fuck out. And then they said there's 12 houses. I'm like, whatever these houses are, I think that's to do with the whole D shit, and it did. And I found out like the next fucking day. So first I went to the halls of Amenity without even knowing that shit, right? I just woke up and I kind of understood more shit, and it felt like I've been to the halls of Immensity, right? And I'm on YouTube and I see a video pop up. I see a video pop up by a guy named Darius J. Wright. So with that being said, right, he was talking about how he went to the halls of Immensity. And how when he went there, and he went there like on some conscious nigga shit, not like me where I went there and I fucking woke up and I was like, what the fuck happened? I just know some new shit and I feel like I've been there. It wasn't like nah, he was like he consciously went there type shit. You know what I'm saying? Remembered all of it, right? He was talking about how when he went there, he was taught that there's 12 realms. I'm like, okay, so there's realms and dimensions, but I didn't like whatever this D shit is, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they say in density, whatever the fuck, right? So I'm still thinking that they really meant dimension, but I didn't really know. It was weird. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But when he said that, he said that we live inside of a construct that this construct is made of realms. Those realms are made of dimensions. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. And there's also dimensional spaces, which I think he mentioned something like that. But it's like I completely forgot about that shit until I started getting taught about that shit. And then it's like I remember he said something about that in the video. I'm pretty sure. But like there's dimensional spaces. Like for example, like the Fey realm. There's no such thing as a Fey realm. Fae exist on a certain realm, right? That other beings exist on too, but they have their own dimensional space that they live in. So like, let's say that you have like one street, right? This is a whole realm. This one street is a whole realm, but there's different houses, different dimensional spaces. You see what I'm trying to say? So, with that being said, right? The reason I found out eventually and that was number three, by the way. I got told about the nine shit, about the nine dimension shit. I was being told that the 12D shit is important, but it's not the whole dimension shit. Then I saw the Emerald tablets, 9 dimensions, 12 houses. Then the guy Darius J. Wright said that there are 12 realms. I'm like, okay, I'm getting it now, right? So I eventually found out why the fuck are they calling realms densities? Because I eventually came to the conclusion. I'm like, okay, there's 12 realms. Niggas saying 12 densities. They really mean 12 realms. But why are they saying that shit? So I start looking up definitions. What is a dimension? A dimension is a measurable extent. Okay, what the fuck does density mean? The degree of compactness of a substance. What is a realm? A realm is a certain level of experience. So I'm like, when you put this shit all together, I understood it. I'm like, okay, every single realm has its own degree of compactness, aka every single realm has its own level of density. So the lower in realms you get, the more dense it gets. So every single realm has a different level of density. So I'm like, okay, when niggas say that's a 12 that's a 12 density being, that's a being from the 12 density. Or it could be a being that's aware of 12 densities. Cause some beings only exist on like the second realm, right? But they could perceive the first, but they don't actually exist there. Humans are actually gonna exist on all realms. You know what I'm saying? Because we experience the first realm, second, and third, and we're learning to perceive the fourth and the fifth. You know what I'm saying? And higher. And I'm going to talk about that shit and what this whole entire shift actually means. So with that being said, I'm like, okay, I understand it. Densities are realms. Cause you're not gonna say a fucking what, a fifth realmic being? That like nah, a fifth density, I could fuck with that. I ain't gonna lie. So with that being thank God I have this water right here. With that being said, right? What even is the first density or the first realm? Because dimensions, that'll be some other. We'll talk about that shit later. But what is the first density or first realm? It is the material realm. Now, you could say the physical realm, but here's why I don't like saying that. When people say physical, right, they also include like the image of something. You could have a non-physical image. You know what I'm saying? The material realm is like the dense material that can make a compact image. So it's the material realm. You know what I'm saying? The realm of matter. You know what I'm saying? Of physical matter, you know? Now, with that being said, right, humans are aware of the physical realm. But you're not only aware of this realm. If you were only aware of this realm, you'd be a fucking rock. Think about a rock. Like literally, a rock is like as we could say, like is a first density being because rocks are just made of pure material and they can't think, they can't move, they can't feel shit. They're simply just aware of them being. That's it. They're just simply just being. That's all. You know? Now the second realm, right? There could be all different names for this shit, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So don't get stuck on the names fully. However, the etheric realm, right? You could call it the etheric realm. You know what I'm saying? Inside the etheric realm, you start developing feeling and sense. You start interpreting light through feeling and sense. You know what I'm saying? Because you're really interpreting awareness through light, and you're interpreting that light in different ways. When I like, that's why I'm making a whole PowerPoint about this shit because like, bro, this shit gets really deep. But I'm gonna try not to make this video too long and just keep it simple for y'all, right? Just understand that in the second realm, you start developing feeling and sense. What the fuck is this like? A plant. Plants are able to sense sunlight and then do shit inside themselves to actually make food. So like grass, plants, bacteria, shit like that. Those are like second density beings they could still feel and sense shit, but they're not like a third density being, which is like an animal and a human. What makes them different? Animals and humans are able to perceive imagery. So the sun does I mean not the sun. A plant can't see the sun. Like it's not like, oh, that's the sun. You know what I'm saying? It can only sense it through feeling. You know what I'm saying? It can't perceive the light through imagery. That's the third realm. That's the astral realm. You know what I'm saying? Now, when people go to sleep at night, you go to the astral realm, right? But the thing is, it's like the reason why, like, if you leave your body and you're in the astral realm, it doesn't seem like the physical realm is because you stop perceiving the physical realm in the same way. You could perceive the imagery of it, but you don't perceive the material. That's why it's the material realm. And I'm doing this emphasis shit because motherfuckers don't be understanding this shit. And I ain't always understand this shit. And I'm tired of how this shit got explained. And I'm coming with some new shit, but it's really some old shit. Because motherfuckers been saying this shit. So yeah, not playing. No games. Huh? Okay? I love y'all. I'm trying to give y'all the actual real sauce. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all, man, for real. I'm not playing no games with y'all. So with that being said, right? That's why it's like, because here's one terminology that's going to be kind of iffy. When you say a third density being, right? Do you mean a being that's aware of up to 3 densities or a being that only exists on the third density? That's one terminology that I haven't gotten right yet. I can't lie. I don't know how you would properly like differentiate those except for explaining yourself like how I am. So when I say that's a third density being, like humans and animals, they could perceive up to 3 realms. You know what I'm saying? But humans take that bitch a step higher because they can perceive the 4th realm. What's that? The mental realm. Most people are either only seeing imagery and then feeling shit, just acting off of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like most people only act off what they feel and what they see. You know what I'm saying? However, as you see, psychology is becoming pretty big because motherfuckers are aware of their thoughts now. You know what I'm saying? You start perceiving light. Like you don't. It's like you don't perceive imagery. You perceive intelligence through thought. You know what I'm saying? Through concrete thought. This is good, this is bad, I am this, I am that. I mean, really, I am gets a bit higher to the 5th, but it's like in between like 4th and 5th. I'm gonna get there, you know what I'm saying? But the 4th realm allows you to perceive thought. Most animals cannot perceive their own thoughts, but as they evolve, they start being able to. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna lie. You ever seen that video about of the dog who started pressing buttons? Like because the dog was able to understand what humans were saying and stuff like that, right? Then at some point it said like, "Who am I?" It looked in the mirror, then it started saying, "Help, help, help." It like that shit became aware of itself on a whole different realm. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, yeah. Right now, understand that the human, like, look, we have a physical body, right? So in the physical body, you can perceive the physical realm, but because you have other bodies, right? You could, like, you don't have like a pure material body like a rock. A rock is a pure material body. It can only perceive the material realm. You know what I'm saying? It simply just exists. You know what I'm saying? When you have an ethereal body, also like a plant, you can actually sense shit because plants have an ethereal, they have like an energy ethereal body. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you have an astral body like this, because actually plants kind of like, how I put this shit. Like, you know, you could see the image of a rock. So it kind of has an astral body. But like its awareness isn't inside. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like it's hard, like I said, like that's why I say like in a PowerPoint it'd be easier to describe this shit. But just understand it simply like this, right? You have a physical body, but it's not purely physical. You know what I'm saying? You could perceive the energetic stuff. You could perceive the imagery and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You could also perceive thought, you know? Now, inside the 5th realm, you perceive the origin of those thoughts. And here's why they say you transcend good and bad when you transcend the 4th density. It's true because when you get to the source of like the thing that's doing bad shit, you see like that it's not actually bad. It's just an aspect of source that's doing something for X, Y, and Z reason that's actually for a beneficial reason. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna get a step higher for y'all because I could get to all of them, but I ain't gonna do all of them. I'm just get to a step higher. Inside the sixth realm and the sixth density, guess what? You create the experiences. So instead of being like, oh, I understand the source of this experience, now you actually create the whole experience. You're like, I'm going to add the good shit and the bad shit because you understand that the bad shit is not actually bad. It's used for growth inside of a certain area. So inside the fifth, you're like, okay, I understand that shit was used for growth. Then you get to the sixth and say, okay, I'm gonna start adding shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they say that you actually like this ain't the sixth realm. In the sixth density, you actually go back to help the past versions of yourself. This is actually true because I remember being in the sixth density. I was gonna say in the past, but it's like past, present, and future because it kind of like it like the time is weird. You know what I'm saying? But just understand. I remember being in the sixth density, going back to help like my Lyran self. You know what I'm saying? And it's like because you put the experiences there, you could go back to help yourself and be it's like you help yourself understand why you're going through something. And the way it looks is simply the fact that like you ever had like days where like you know how you could be like tripping some days or tripping your ass off, but then it's like some days like you start having these good thoughts that tell you certain shit. Bro, a lot of times that's really you coming back to serve yourself. You know what I'm saying? But and I swear to God about that. So with that being said, right? Understand it like that on some simple level shit. If you want to go from the third to the fourth, don't only get caught up on this stuff that you see. Actually start thinking about shit. You know what I'm saying? Start perceiving thoughts in the mental plane. However, you got to also go beyond that and go to the origin. Because like if you have negative thoughts, or you got to find the origin. Like a certain, and here's why they also say you're going to find out your past lives when you hit the fifth density. Because your personality is a group of ideas, beliefs, ways of expressing all that other shit, right? The source of that could come from your past lives. Like a lot of shit is different from your past lives. You know what I'm saying? So when you get to the fifth, you start understanding where your personality comes from on some past life shit, but also because you start understanding because like some parts of your personality are not purely like on some past life shit. Like you have genetic shit, you have stuff that you picked up over time. Like I could get really deep with this shit and talk about spirits and how that interplays, but I don't want to scare nobody inside this video with the whole spirit talk. You know what I'm saying? Just understand that you are composed of several different ideas, right? And these ideas generate thoughts inside the mental plane. You know what I'm saying? But when you get to the fifth, the causal realm or the causal plane, when you get to the fifth realm, the causal realm, you understand pretty much the source of those thoughts and those ideas, you know? And then inside the six, it's like you have access to like all your past lives because it's like understand that you could say that like the fifth realm is where your incarnating soul exists. What's your incarnating soul? I actually made a PowerPoint called The Doctrine of the Soul on my Patreon. Go watch that shit. That shit valid as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. But your incarnating soul, right? That's the version of your soul that says, okay, I'm going to incarnate into lower densities. You know what I'm saying? So when you do that, it's like you're like, I'm going to use this part of myself, this part of myself, this part of myself. You know what I'm saying? However, that's why they be like your whole entire soul's not inside of your body. Because like you exist on several different realms, you know? And it's like when you make your personality, it's like you do this. You're like, okay, I'm going to add my Lyran self, my Octorian self, and I'm going to add this certain intelligence. Like, you know how some people are like, let's say that like, let me just add some simple shit. Like, you know how some people may be like, damn, hold on, let me pause this shit real quick. Let me think about some shit real quick. All right, boom, I thought about something. So some people, right? Some people have like past lives in India, right? But not everybody does. Some people have never even been on fucking Earth before. They only had fucking other incarnations in the stars. Then this is their first time on the Earth, right? So let's say you're like that. Let's say it's the first time on the Earth, right? You're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna add this Octorian shit, I'm gonna add this Lyran shit, and I'm gonna add this Indian Hindu spirit shit. So because of that, when you incarnate on the earth, your personality is drawn to Hindu shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's not because your past life; it's because you have some Hindu spirit idea shit attached to you. You know what I'm saying? Which is not bad, you know. But there's all like your personality is not just all your alien shit. That's a fact. That's why you don't act like a full alien all the time. You know what I'm saying? You can add like the spirit. This is a great one. People have talked about how like you have different animals inside your chakras and different animals kind of compose like different parts of your energetic self and stuff like that. So some people have like the spirit of the lion, spirit of the monkey. Like your spirit animals tend to actually be this. You know what I'm saying? It's like you added different animalistic spirits to your personality to actually be like become like a human ego, a human character. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're the blend between the animal shit, the spirit of the lion, gorilla, and also the fucking alien shit, the Lyran, the Arcturian. You see what I'm trying to say? So you kind of like it's like in the sixth density going down to the fifth, you kind of craft this personality. Like you like it's like in the sixth, you'll have like all your higher selves, right? You're like, okay, this one go down, this one go down, this one go down, all this shit, but because you actually see in the sixth density, you actually like you literally use sacred geometry to form physical light. So imagine that like you have your different past lives are like shapes, and you're forming this sacred geometry, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's condensing as this one individual light. You know what I'm saying? And then that light will express itself as thoughts, images, feelings, and it'll have a physical form. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that kind of works. That may have been a bit too much for y'all, but that's okay. I'm gonna break it down some simple shit back to y'all. Long story short, the big shift is going from 3D to 5D. When people say that Earth is going from 3D to 5D, it means that the awareness of the people on the Earth is going from 3D to 5D. You can see that Earth is doing it right now because like the people on the Earth represent the consciousness of the Earth. You know what I'm saying? And Earth as a whole, you would say is in like the fourth density. Like as a whole, Earth is becoming aware of its thoughts, and we are becoming aware of our own thoughts. You know what I'm trying to say? So we're becoming aware of our thoughts and stuff like that, right? But we're not fully aware of the origin of our thoughts a lot of the times, which is why we have psychology and all this other shit to find out the origin of why this shit's happening, right? And with that being said, that's why aliens can incarnate as humans on the Earth, because when Earth was made, right, there's a whole blend of shit including alien. Like they literally say that humans are a mix of at least 22 alien genes. That's because aliens literally added their DNA inside the Earth. Earth is actually supposed to be I said this in the video before. Earth is supposed to be like a giant fucking library planet where beings come to get information about what happened inside the cosmos. And humans are supposed to be like fucking divine, angelic record keepers. You know what I'm saying? I'm so dead ass, you know? Like that's why some of you guys are like some of you guys who are starseeds only come here to like help the earth real quick, then y'all gonna dip the fuck off because it's like you guys may not want to be the whole angelic librarian shit. However, you're gonna help the humans become that shit. And that's why humans have to go through so much negative shit. They have to go through everything that happened inside the cosmos. Like there's so many things that happen on Earth that happened inside the cosmos, you know what I'm saying? As above, so below type shit, literally. You know what I'm saying? So as Earth gets closer, right, to the fifth density, right? And the thing is, Earth kind of already exists in the fifth density, just not as a collective, you know? That's why some people could be inside the fifth. You can actually experience all the realms for yourself. I swear to God. I've been learning like pretty much I got the confirmation that I got the confirmation, right, from my guides, then the Emerald Tablets, then Darius J. Wright, right? Ever since then I'm like, okay, bet. I'm going to the halls of Amenti, and I'm going to motherfucking what's it called? Fucking Antares. Like I would go there, astral project there, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'd actually like literally be there. And like one time a mantis being was like explaining how they were like, yo, when you put light inside of a vacuum, it creates time and space. And it was showing me it doing that. And y'all may not understand that, but it deals with pretty much the 0 point field. Because like they say the 0 point field is like a vacuum field, right? That only has electromagnetic radiation or energy. You know what I'm saying? So it only has light pretty much. It's pretty much a void that has nothing besides light. And then from there, it makes all of this. That's where you get time and space from. So it's like you have the original vacuum that would have nothing inside of it, right? Then when you add light, it starts to form as all of this shit, time and space, all that other shit. I was able to actually see that. There's other times where I just go there, then I just wake up knowing some shit. And I'm like, okay, word. You know what I'm saying? So I've experienced it in different ways, but there's one time, right, where I went to the Halls of Amenti and they gave me a book. Nigga, the book was actually real. Like, nigga, I got that bitch on Amazon type shit. You know what I'm saying? You mean like, what the fuck is the book? Look, I would say it here. I'll say it on my Patreon. Here's why I'm doing that. I'm not trying to hide out on knowledge, but it's like some of you guys, right, may want to read what I'm reading, but if you guys were to read this book, y'all may not be able to actually fully interpret it. It's supposed to be interpreted type shit. Like, you might need like a background understanding. However, people on my Patreon, right, if you're on there, it's because you're drawn to the knowledge that I produce. You know what I'm saying? So you probably already had the knowledge required. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, I drop more exclusive shit on my Patreon. Therefore, it's like it'll be easier to understand the book if you know the shit that's on my Patreon also. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm not trying to hold out on shit. I just don't want to fucking confuse nobody. They had niggas think that I'm tweaking. Like, nah, I'm not fucking tweaking. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyway. So on some simple shit, if you want to go from 3D to 5D, right? First, become aware of your thoughts, then become aware of the origin of your thoughts. And understand that if you truly be like, for example, you may see that this one thought is coming from this one traumatic memory. And then like you see like why that experience happened and the cause of that experience. And you eventually get to like here's two big causes: ignorance and growth. You know what I'm saying? You'll always see like, damn, like if you had more awareness, a lot of shit wouldn't have happened, right? However, it's like you didn't have the awareness because you were trying to grow. So like at the height of it, it's always like growth. Like always see like how is this shit helping you grow? You know what I'm saying? Try to definitely see that. But like also understand like if you have certain thoughts like why am I having this one thought? You know what I'm saying? If you're drawn to certain stuff, why am I drawn to Egypt? I keep thinking about Egypt. Why am I drawn to Egypt? Oh, because you have Egyptian past lives in the causal plane. You see what I'm saying? So it's like overall, become aware of your thoughts and the origins of them. Because when you do that shit, you'll actually affect the physical world a lot. Because it's called the causal plane because it causes the lower planes to manifest how they do. You know what I'm saying? And then the Buddhic plane is called the Buddhic. Not, I mean, you can have like the Buddha aspect of how peaceful it is, but also simply because like when it comes to like booty, not booty like Botty, but like booty. That means like the intellect, but it's not like manas. Manas is kind of like the mental plane shit. It's like your manas are like not like mana in like the magical sense, but like the Indian mind sense. It's like you ever had like those like the it's like desire driven thoughts. It's like thoughts that are kind of like it's like they have that emotional energy to them. You know what I'm saying? However, there's a more like intelligent abstract thought that makes it like for example, let's say you're like, I wanna be with X, Y, and Z person. You keep thinking about this person, right? You know what I'm saying? It's more like this. It's like this emotional thought thing, right? But that could come from you believing that you're not. You could think that you're lonely, so therefore it's like it causes that I need to be with a person. You know what I'm trying to say? And then it's like, okay, why do you feel lonely? So like the more you try to be like, where's this thought coming from? The more you get inside the fifth density, and you'll hit your past life shit because a lot of your past life shit will influence what's going on right now. That's why it's like with me, right? Like I never was also like, oh, I'm trying to get my past lives. I'm trying to get to 5D. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, I'm trying to get in tune with my soul. You know what I'm saying? And your soul exists on several levels, right? But the part of your soul that makes your personality is what's inside of the fifth density or inside the fifth realm. So at some point, trying to get into with my soul, I just hit the fifth density. I was just understanding more about like where the fuck like where my thoughts are coming from. Cause sometimes like you'll be like, okay, this thought is coming from I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it's coming from this one spirit. I'm gonna just say it, bro. Fuck it. Cause some of y'all a lot of people already left the video by now, but some of y'all still staying. So yeah. Look, if every single thought and emotion you have comes from a certain intelligence, aka a certain spirit, like if you get mad, you can say that's the spirit of anger. Now there's several different spirits of anger. but that's what it actually is. Cause like that emotion, right? That makes you feel anger. It has a certain intelligence behind it. Like you feel mad because X, Y, and Z. There's like a certain thought behind that, and you think inside this way because of X, Y, and Z. There's a certain personality and identity behind that. Think about so it's like the fourth density in the fourth realm is like your thoughts. The fifth is like your identity, because the identity is what's going to make your thoughts. If you believe that you are a chef, you're going to think like a chef, most likely. You know what I'm trying to say? But you have other identities too. You have the husband identity. You have this, you have that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these different identities make you think in different ways. And some identities do not come from your past lives. You could have simply just picked them up. Like someone could have been like, oh, you're stupid. Then you picked up this stupid identity. And now you have those stupid thoughts or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But when you go inside yourself, you start finding the origin of that. It's like you dissolve it. Because the thing is like, because you could be like, okay, like so I have the stupid identity. Where does the stupid identity even come from? You know what I'm saying? So there's more origins. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like in the fifth, you understand the true origin. And inside the sixth, it's like you understand why you even put that there. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? But I'm gonna just sum it up. First realm, first density, that's the material realm. The experience of that is purely just being, like a rock. You're just there. Second realm, second density. That's like a plant, grass, trees, all that stuff. They can sense light through feeling, but they can't actually see an image. They just sense it and then they do it. They're able to grow because of that, right? Then you have the third density or the third realm. This is the astral realm. Like the second realm, that's the etheric realm. The third realm is the astral realm, right? In this realm, you're able to perceive imagery. You can actually see things now. You know? Like astral actually means relating to the stars, right? So when people astral project, you can say that's going to the stars, right? But think about it like this too. What are stars made of? Light. You know what I'm saying? So you could perceive light through imagery though. You could see like, oh, this looks like you wouldn't even say this looks like this. Like for example, like when a lion sees a zebra, it doesn't think like, oh, food. Like it may it can have the unconscious thought of food, but it's really your impulse. Food. You see zebra, you go and do this. But it's not aware that it thinks of it like food. You know what I'm saying? So when you get to like the fourth realm and the fourth density, you actually be like, okay, this image, that is what I call food. You know what I'm saying? But then inside the fifth realm, you're like, okay, what even is food? Why do I even call it food? You get to the origin of that thought and of that. It's like the mental realm and the mental plane and the mental density, the fourth density is like concrete thoughts, concrete ideas, concrete concepts. The fifth realm is abstract ideas, abstract concepts, abstract thoughts that create the more concrete stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it may be a lot to take in, but I hope that all made sense, bro. It's been your boy Dot from Dot Midnight Questions Get Entertainment. For coaching links down below, Discord down below, Spirit Guide readings down below, Starseed readings down below. You know what I'm saying? Everything's down below. Like I said, I love y'all. Subscribe to the channel, bro. Definitely subscribe and like the video, bro. Don't play with me, bro. If you made it this far, bro, you got it. You gotta like the video if you already like the video, bro. You know what I'm saying? I love you all. I'm gonna catch you. Social media is down. Some of y'all been coming. I've been peeping that. Social media is down below too. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I love y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.